Teddy's in. Let's let Teddy in. Check with him real quick. May, how are you? Teddy, how are you?
Hello, hello.
Good
What's up?
morning.
Oh, my background.
Your background looks good.
Yeah, look at all those books.
Yeah, it look real. It look authentic. Don't hide it.
Have a clue all for my son.
Doing some
How are you
crafts.
doing?
Good. I heard about your Facebook. That's unfortunate.
I don't know what to
We tried
do.
to tag you, but we can't.
Huh?
We tried to tag you. She tried to tag you on all the training, but then you are nowhere to be found. You
Yeah.
disappeared from social media.
I gotta quit selling houses now because nobody knows me anymore. So sad.
What would we do without
Yeah.
the internet?
I know. Now I don't know what to do. Hopefully I can get it back.
Yeah, there we go.
Hopefully.
Teddy, how are you? We want to see you.
No, you
Where-
can't see me. I'm doing things.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, maybe Teddy, you want your face to show up on the flyer? I think Sydney can put you in.
On a flyer.
Yeah, the flyer every Tuesday because you are the only you are one of the few one that show up consistently. So I think I think if your face show on the flyer, it can motivate a lot of people to come to the Tuesday mastermind.
Yeah, yeah. If you put my face on on the flyer and you think it'll help, absolutely.
There you go, Sydney. We
Cool.
just recruited another one. Put
Yeah,
it
I'll add
on.
your face. I was telling him about the mastermind group that you just added me in with Mexico. I was telling Hui about the cool training that we'll be doing.
Okay, yeah. It's a couple agents who have several properties they want to share commissions with other EXP agents to send down their investors or people looking to move to different parts of Mexico.
Good stuff. Jeff, how are
Yeah.
you?
What's up, dude?
What's up? Where you at?
Holiday Inn, where you at?
Okay, I'm in Dallas. We're about to head to the headshot picture for the Dallas group. So yeah, I might need your help to lead the after work, the second half. You're gonna train us about Red X, right?
No.
No? Okay. So what are we gonna do?
Nah, nah, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
What,
Yeah.
you got a little hotel there?
Uh yeah. Not too shabby. I mean, it's okay. It's an older hotel.
Look like a
It's
motel
kind
to
of
me. Look
uh
like a motel to me.
I know, right? Dude, wrong upgrade, wrong upgrade.
How much was
But
the
I
upgrade?
guess we can go ahead and go in. $90.
No.
Yeah, it's not
For a
bad,
suite?
but
For a
I
suite?
expect. Yeah, yeah. It's only $90, but I expect to see something, like more fancier, I guess. But this is okay. Okay. I guess we can let people in, and then we can start a mastermind. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Sydney. Hi, May. Hi, Teddy, Jeff, Mike, my man. How are you?
Mike,
Yeah, why does mine say
what is it?
Oh, Teddy say something, but then he mute himself.
yeah, I meant to ask that of my wife. Why mine says Tesoro team and not Teddy?
Yep.
We keep mixing up our accounts.
It's okay. It's okay. We all know you, Teddy. You are famous and fabulous.
Yeah,
Famous and fabulous.
I'm gonna put that on my business card, famous and fabulous.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Sophia.
Good
Hey, we need
morning.
to hear Sophia and Sydney's story on the champion recruit. So we're
Yeah,
gonna.
there they go.
Yep.
There we
Yep.
go.
You buy
Sophia, unmute
everybody,
yourself.
buy everybody pizza, they'll sign up.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, we had another agent there that was with EXP, and he bought the cheaper pizza, so we felt bougie, but
What's cheaper than Domino's?
Little Caesars.
That is true. I think all, yeah, that's good. Oh, we're on YouTube. Are we streaming to YouTube,
Yeah, I try, I try streaming to YouTube so that way, we
All
can,
right.
if you have any good content.
I'll watch my mouth.
Yep.
It
Oh,
always gets us banned or
I know,
video.
all my
that is,
videos get
that,
taken down. I don't
what
know why.
happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I get emails all the time that violated community standards.
You always violated community standard all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm a big violator.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, but I really, really want, to put a lot of energy and effort into the Tuesday, mastermind training. I really want to show you guys the culture of collaboration on how we collaborate on all different, level of real estate. This is how we grow. This is how we, work together. And I'm just super, super excited to co-host this, mastermind meeting, with Teddy, with Sydney, with Jeff, with all the wonderful Team Legacy member over here. So let's just start by sharing some win. I want to hear some win over this week. So I'm gonna pick on somebody. May, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for picking me, Hui. Let me think. So, tomorrow is actually Lunar New Year for Vietnamese, Chinese, whoever is celebrating it. So my win for today is that I kind of 90% done with organizing and cleaning my house. So that's kind of like a tradition of Asian families that whenever before the Lunar New Year, everything have to be sparkling clean, everything have to be organized, new thing coming in, decorations, flowers, just to kind of bring good positivity and prosperity to your house. So I am 90% done with that. So it's getting there. So that's my kind of win for today. Almost
Awesome.
ready for tomorrow if anyone else is celebrating Lunar New Year.
So for those that celebrate Lunar New Year, Happy New Year. The year of the snake. According to my zodiac, it's supposed to be a really, really good year for me. So
Wait, you closed a 800,000 deal yesterday, so it had to be a good
yeah.
kind of
Yep.
year for you, anyways.
So ways to start a new year. Yeah, I can share a little bit more about that. It was a Google lead. So for those that have not have your Google Pay set up yet, go ahead and set up. That's how you get lucky. This client of mine, he found me on Google, and long story short, it took a year for them to build a house. But this is an $800,000 house that we closed yesterday. 3%, baby, 3%, no commission kickback. 3%
Let
on
me crunch
$800,000.
it out really quick. Where's the dinner at, Jeff? It's gonna be on Hui.
Yep. Jeff, you want to say something?
Where are we going to dinner?
Sure.
Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Amanda is back.
Yeah, Mama Bear is back. How are you? Yeah. I really want to. Amanda, if you're saying something, you're on mute.
Oh, good morning. Count me in for dinner. I'm so excited.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Hey, Joanna. Hey, Michael, Sean. Please, open up your mic. Say hi to everybody. We would love to hear from you, especially your win. This is how we start the week. This is how we keep the energy going up. Joanna, how are you?
Good. Hi, everyone. Nice to see everybody.
Sydney, I really want to hear how you and Sophia partner up, to go to champion school. So if you guys want to go ahead and school us on that, so that way we can follow your footsteps.
Well, I guess we kind of been talking about it. We wanted to get in front of some agents, talk to them about City Side, and me and her, get along great. So we wanted to go and talk and share our story of why we joined, and especially from a new perspective of not being a broker or not being a team leader, and kind of say like, hey, we're team members, and all of these programs do work. So kind of talk that way, I guess.
Okay, that's awesome. But how do you get, like a foot in the door? How do you get, the champion school to let you guys in and sit in front of a lot of agents?
Super easy. We just have to sponsor a lunch. You could either email or call champions. You do have to be a past student or present student there in order to do so. And it could even be one of your CE credits. So that's what I did. I did my CE through them, and so we're able to do that now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And it's really cool to see you and Sophia partner up, and then maybe you can tag Sean along because Sean is in the area, right? So you guys can split up the lunch cost because it could add up in a while, and there's a lot of student in the room. Some of them is gonna click with you, some of them is gonna click with Sophia, some of them is gonna click with Sean, and then after that, right, you always follow up and invite them. For example, Jeff, he has a training, he has an event on the 29th. So you invite everybody to Jeff training on the 29th, right? So that's a really good way to partner up. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was exciting. We did print off some flyers for our big event going on tomorrow, so that'll be a good one. The panel with Jeff in it. So
Everyone show up, please. Please.
Yep. So Jeff, you want to talk about your event on the 29th?
If I knew where it was, I would tell you. But
capital title.
Sydney knows where it is. That's the good news.
Good stuff. Okay, what is it about?
Capital title. It's a big event, really. It's a lot of investors on the panel. So I'm on the panel. A couple of my current borrowers are on the panel. And then both of my business partners at my hard money lending company are on the panel. So it's actually a pretty big panel. All together on the panel, we've done probably over 200-300 flips. Almost as many as we. So we're trying to, do that.
Okay.
Well, we have different investors on there, and it's just like my marketing rep, Caroline, is going to be the MC, and she's just going to ask a bunch of questions, and hopefully it's a good Q&A session, and then afterwards it's going to be great. So I think, I don't know, we got 60, 70 RSVPs, maybe more than that. I don't know, but I'll be there.
Awesome. So what's cool about this neutral event is that number one, you're gonna learn a lot about Jeff. You're gonna learn a lot about on the investment side, and number two, right, for your attraction effort, right? I'm gonna be there. Jeff is gonna be there. There's gonna be a lot of team legacy closer and leaders gonna be there, and all you need to do is be excited. Invite the realtor that you have relationship with. Have them come to this event, have them learn a ton of them, and then I'm going to be there to help you do the closing, right? Jeff is going to be there to help you do the closing. So leverage this neutral event. They are super, super important for your agent attraction business.
Yeah,
So,
you'll be surprised. It has nothing to do with, recruiting agents to EXP, but people will be like, oh man, what are you doing over there? What company are you with? And I'll just, I'm with EXP because of this. I can just go on and on and on and on. And they're like, oh, what's that about? And it's a little bit more genuine. Even though if that truly isn't even your intent, it comes out. People can see that. And then they're interested by default in what you're doing. And it's a lot easier more natural, if that makes sense, to attract agents to your group at a neutral type event like that. This is simply about learning how to invest in a real estate, utilizing hard money. And that's what we're there for. But you'll be surprised how many people that are just interested in what you're doing. So it's good to show up and bring somebody.
Yep. Teddy, if you don't mind me picking on you, I want to hear something outside of Texas. So what's going on outside of Texas?
Yeah, so Virginia's hot. Kelly and I were, at least for the month of January, we were the 8th top producing team in EXP in Virginia. I have about 71 teams. And to be honest, some of those teams are really big, and we're just 2 people. We don't have any other team members. And so it's a pretty good accomplishment for us that we're really trying to maintain. Another thing we're doing for everybody in our downline, we're starting this lead generation system, hopefully within the next 10 days. And so instead of like hiring a team and creating a team, which some of you guys have been really successful at, we've struggled with the logistics of maintaining a team. So what we're doing is sort of like, what EXP is great for, having a modern team. We're feeding leads to our downline in order to help them be successful. And then we just benefit from their production. And then hopefully that helps them recruit other agents too for their downline. So that's one of the big focuses for us this year.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man. That's a type of team with EXP. There's a standard team, a mega team, and then there's your what's it called? Self-organized team.
Self-organized, yeah.
Self-organized team. So essentially, you can actually, Teddy, categorize yourself as a self-organized team. And then you'll be plugged into the different team awards that EXP offers and stuff like that. Everyone has their own caps. You don't have to take a minimum split. You don't have to take a maximum split. You just can consider yourself a self-organized team. It also waives the mentor program in some states. So if agents come in and they got a couple deals and don't really need a mentor, say, hey, join my self-organized team. You call yourself whatever you want. The benefits, you're going to have, my accountability, mentorship, and my leads.
All right, I'll check that out. Yeah.
It's just
We're a standard. Yeah, sorry, we're a standard team now, so we're competing against people like Cityside.
Yeah, you can have
so
anybody on that. If you get a good agent, anybody in that group can be the designated team leader.
Okay.
And still run your standard organized team, and then you can have another self-organized team. So we used to put in a lot of work on the team legacy production group, and we had at one point 30, 40 agents on there, and one time we got like top 10 team. And we're like, whoa, well, that was crazy. But everyone kind of created their own team. That's the cool thing about Team Legacy is we have almost 70 different types of teams in our group. So
all right.
So it's cool.
I appreciate that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, yeah, Teddy, you definitely need to educate us more on how you generate leads. So maybe I'm gonna have maybe I'm gonna need your help maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, maybe just do a short panel on lead generation. And then I would love to have you mastermind with all the other team leader in the group and see you guys how you can generate so much lead for your group, for your team. So yeah, that would be so cool.
Give us a chance. Once it's implemented, it's not implemented yet. They're lagging a little bit behind, but once it's implemented, I'm happy to share it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I really want to hear from a lot of the team leader here. So to Anh, how's the thing in Dallas? Kai, how's things in Dallas? In Houston, Joanna, what are you working right now on your team? I would love to hear from you guys. We can all learn from you guys.
Yes, I mean we're working still in YouTube, so that's kind of that has been our main focus for the past year with the new construction homes. So definitely that was like great way to go about last year with the interest rates. So yeah, just keep it consistent. There was actually Jaime was in the last meeting. He joined and he's in North Carolina, and he started the YouTube channel. He got a lead within like a week or two. So it is just, consistency and just choosing like 1 or 2 lead generation sources. And yeah, so if anybody needs help or some tips, don't hesitate to reach out. So that would be my goal this year, just continue with the YouTube channel, and we want to focus a lot more on international buyers because we've been getting a lot of traction from out of state and international buyers. So we just want to kind of work on that niche because there is a lot of need for people that come from other countries, and they can actually buy a home with a passport. They don't need a visa. They don't really need have a legal, a status here in US. And we have closed several of those. So that's another way that we're focusing on that.
Yep. Yeah. America is, is still the cleanest shirt in the whole world. So Joanna, please drop your channel. We would love to follow you and see what you're doing on YouTube so we can all learn from you.
Yeah, I'll drop it's in Spanish, and actually we're trying to now YouTube as well. They have a way for you to upload English like video on the back end of YouTube. So if you're watching from an English kind of language, they can watch it in English. So we're kind of updating that too. In Spanish, you can still change subtitles and like learn a little bit. I'll put my YouTube channel and my Instagram. So if you need anything, let me know.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
We probably have to borrow Joanna back for a YouTube training. I've been trying YouTube as well, Joanna, but it's slow when it comes to the leads, right? I'm curious about what you do that you found that helpful to increase the views and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes it goes in waves. So you just get a lot and then you just get like fewer. Something that I want to implement too, and I feel like that's a good way for us because I post new construction communities, but But I think it's better also to sit down in your office and just do like simple videos about, okay, you know, basic information that people are looking for on like, okay, these are the steps that you need to follow to buy a house, or talking about the different programs that you have out there. So I do implement a lot of those tips in my videos, but I feel like doing those type of videos that will help a lot, because I know a lot of people that do that, and those may take you like 5-10 minutes. You just sit in front of your computer, use like Loom. Loom is a great tool for you to share the screen and just be in front of the computer, and it's very simple. And I feel like sometimes we try to make it more complicated and edit and make it just all fancy. But the more I see people out there doing YouTube, sometimes the less fancy you do. I mean, not unprofessional, but the more like raw and like natural and you being yourself is the best way. So if you haven't started, don't feel like, oh, I don't know, I don't have the perfect camera. I do everything with my phone, so I don't pay any fancy like videographer or anything. Like the iPhone is great. So yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't need to be fancy and fabulous like Teddy. I can still do YouTube.
Thank you, Joanna.
No, you're welcome.
Tuan,
Thank
how
you,
are things?
Henry.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, thank you for calling me out. Just like to join everyone and share a little bit, kind of like bring back the momentum for 2025. So I kind of like lost my momentum to build in 2024, and gonna start doing the event again and try to attract more agents this year. Because and the side of production, because last year we focused a lot of time to build our production team in Dallas to kind of get the brand out, and now try to use that to advertise. We put the production first in EXP, and this year we try to keep consistent in doing the event and more training to add the value to the team. So hopefully that will get fired in 2025. Help me
Let's go.
out, guys.
And by the way, Tuan is so
Yeah, we
humble.
actually like
Oops, she got cut.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
no,
too humble.
I'm okay. Yeah. So we actually like on the way to prevent for the event today.
Yay. Okay, I see you there in a bit. I'm getting ready after this. Oh, I think Tuan is too humble. She's like team number 25 in Texas or number 8,
Pensando mudarte a Houston.
right? What number
Yeah.
is 25?
Yeah, we I think 25 on last year, and it's the first year that we build a team. So hopefully we aim for like 100 million in sale this year. So hopefully.
Wow.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Yeah, we
Congratulations.
did number, we did production first to attract agent. So I think like best way to attract is by production, especially in the slow market.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. If you have 71%, did you see that stat, Hui? 71% of real estate agents did not sell one house last year.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's an incredible statistic. And then you have people like Tuan and Joanna and all these people just selling like crazy. So, you know, you're going to get what you focus on for sure. And I think the best to attract really is just
I really like it. Yep. I really
Team
like
Legacy keeps stealing all the houses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we got a question from Tuan. So Tuan, if you can share a little bit, Joanna asked you, what is your main lead of source, your main source of lead, and if you don't mind, share with Joanna a little bit.
Yeah, so my main leads are 50% from referral and 50% from what we do on social media. But recently I try to focus to increase the percentage on referral side by investing more on appreciation and follow up the after sale with my client. So instead of after one sale, like I'm so happy and just add my team out to go eat somewhere. I'm gonna invest that money to buy a small gift for my client, or like get more of the chance kind of to appreciate them, kind of like you touch base with them instead of just one one time in Christmas, like you kind of like touch base with them 4 times now in the year. So let's say in spring you can send more like garden stuff. They actually got the company like can help you send out the gift for client and help you increase the referral um in your business. Because here the thing I find out, the leads you get from referral, you got less time for to build the trust with the client, which is gonna make you easier to convert the lead. Other than like the lead you get from online or social media, sometimes they interview a lot of realtor, and sometimes like they're working a lot with a lot of realtor. So that's why we decide to go on the side to increase the referral percentage in our list system in the pipeline, because we try to save time to convert the lead to close the sale. And so my main thought right now is go back to appreciate the client by touch base with them more and use the CRM system, and send them the small gift. Like most of the gift I send to client is under $20. And but I try to do it more to increase the referral.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and she's so funny on social media, on Facebook. So if you haven't followed her on Facebook, make sure you follow her too, and please drop your Facebook profile so people can follow you, see how you did your video. And to be
Yeah.
honest, it's just so
I
funny.
need to learn from Rana though. I'm gonna add because most of the video I do in Vietnamese, so I'd add the English subtitle or in there so you can understand.
So if you have a company that you use for the gift, please drop it down for Joanna to leverage. And
I tried before, so it for me it's not really work. It's not really personal touch. So that's why I add my admin kept like order it. Sometimes I saw like something on sale or on Wii or some Asia, then I just overnight and let my admin do it for me.
got it,
Yeah, but
got it.
I got that company. Let me get it back and send into group just in case you want to try them out.
Got it. Okay, thank
Thank
you. Yeah. I really want to hear from two of our team leader. Share with us your
We
win.
should ask the one to share the special gift that she customized for her client lately. A special pickleball paddles.
Oh yeah, see that
Right,
one.
right.
Oh, great.
Great brandings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, like we recently, like for the 2 month, we create a pickleball group here in Dallas within Vietnamese community, and we try to use that group to influence in future by create like some tournament, the small tournament, not just for realtor, but for like all the client there. Yeah, we gave out the paddle for past client and gave out the
Branding on it.
cover for everyone, branding on it. And anyone like just new beginner, they want the free stuff and they want to get it for long before they can upgrade it to the better paddle.
Well,
Yep.
and before you notice, the pickleball court is full with her paddle from her branding. It's crazy.
We actually ordered the red envelope today. Ordered the red envelope to give for all the client with like me branding on it. However,
Very
Lucas
creative.
somehow we got it not ship here yet. We just gave out but today like the last day of the Lunar New Year.
Wow. Everybody need to learn from you from branding. That is crazy. No wonder why you are top the number 22 team in Texas. Congratulations, Duan.
Thank you, Anh. Thank you.
Yeah, I before we move to the next section, I really want to hear from the other two team leader in the group. So Thảo, please share with us your win, and then Khải, please share with us your win if you can, and then we can move to the next section of the mastermind.
And Kai, you do it first because I'm in the middle of something.
And Khải is out. All I see is his chair. I don't see him.
We can talk about how cold it is in your hotel room. How cold is it in there?
Not bad. I mean, yeah.
You look freezing, brother.
I know.
You can share about your commercial stuff and
Before
I'll be out in Dallas next week. If anybody's going to be out there, if y'all want to meet up, maybe grab a coffee or lunch or something. I'll be there from the 3rd to probably the 6th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. I'll be in the Highland Park area, but I'll drive wherever.
Yeah, Sydney, please put it down. Meet up with Jeff Dallas, whatever the date, so that way, we can all bug him on his trip.
Yeah, I would love to meet some of you guys.
So, Tú, you gotta bring agents over. Jeff gonna close left and right for you.
Yeah, make a training. I'll show up.
Yeah.
I'll be on there. I got a big commercial client. They're, those Zen pouches everybody's buying now. I don't know why, but he built a machine and it can produce so many pouches, and he's going to buy some industrial space, and then he wants to lease a really nice high rise at the Ritz residence. So I'm just going to go down there and stay for 3 or 4 days and hopefully lock up a couple options for him. So I would love to meet as many of our agents as I can. That'd be great.
So Khai, if you want, I pick on you while you left. Share with us some win before we move to the next section of the mastermind today.
The what? Share with what?
Share with us one of your win.
When?
Win.
Wow. Win. Okay.
Did you take your kid? You have
The year just started. What winning are you talking about? Come on. No, it's great. I think we got really busy after the holiday. A lot of client, actually, a lot of seller coming out, and a lot of them are very active now in changing some of their, because I focus a little bit about helping people with their 1031 exchange process. People who have a lot of equity in their houses, so they start selling it, and some of them, they want to diversify because they worry about too concentrated on the residential business. So they sell a few of their residential and get into some of the commercial product. So I would be busy helping them identify some of those opportunities. And then I think after November, December, we also get quite busy with a lot more buyers. I think they was on the fence before, and then now they finally get ready to work on some of that. And as we are helping some of the new buyers get into the market, some of them relocating to Houston, so they also are business owners, so they bring business here in the Houston area as well. So we were helping them with some of the business spaces as well.
Good stuff. All right, keep us posted on that. And speaking about 1031, I'm working with Tamara right now. So the next trending is going to be at the Canon on February about 1031 exchange. So the video of that is coming out soon. Yeah, so be ready for that. It's going to be an awesome training for the Houston folks.
That's awesome.
Yep. So that's
I wrote my graduating master thesis on 1031 exchange.
There we go. All right, we can all hear from that on February. Perfect. All right.
Awesome.
So Sydney, can you share your screen a little bit and show with us and share with us the EXP University page? I really want to drive people to that page.
Yeah, I want to see it too, Sydney.
Great, Jeff. Only because you wanted to.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
See.
So on the next section of the mastermind, I really want you if you lead the group, if you lead if you lead a group, if you lead the team, please drive people to this page called expuniversity.com. Sydney, you can go there directly. We don't even have to go to Linktree. Go there, expuniversity.com. See, even Sydney doesn't have to say. Yeah, so this is a page, if you have agent in your group, if they struggle on selling houses, please make them go here and please send them to the fast cap program. So if you look over there, there's this thing called a fast cap, a 6-week process, for you and your team member, to close deal within 6 weeks, right? And we have fast cap, starting every 2 weeks, right? So this is a really good program. We have really good feedback from it, and I really encourage you to drive people into the fast cap program. Jeff, you have any feedback on this?
Yeah, I like the winning clients because the second one over, because they actually, it's more, pertinent than ever to know your value proposition when you're representing buyers. So when you click on that, that one, it basically tells you how to create your unique value proposition, how to explain it to clients, and how to ensure that, you can get the most commission that you can on the buy side. So, but it has most stuff with buyers, but there's some listing things there as well. But it's basically how to set the appointment and things like that. It's great, and they're all like walkthrough videos. So,
wow, look at that, very organized. Yeah.
You make your activity. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there's activities. Yeah, I saw that one. My agent Tyler, I don't know if he's on the Zoom, but he went through this. He works at Starbucks full time and then does part-time real estate. And he was asking me for some training that he can do, on his own because he works all the time. And I was like, I just went to expuniversity.com, just kind of messed around. It took me like 5 seconds. I was like, wow, this one's great. And he told me all about it. He really enjoyed it.
I
Really?
actually, another way that I use this page is when I talk to newer agents or anyone who interested in EXP, I show them that, hey, you have live education, and it's a combination of PowerPoint, slideshow, video, and also downloadable presentations or PDF that you can do as well.
Very good, very good. Wow. See, I don't even know about this thing called winning client. And now I'm equipped, when I go, talk to an agent that doesn't know anything about EXP, and especially they are new, I can send them, I can open up my phone, I can open up my laptop, and I can go straight into EXP University. I can give them a quick overview of all of our classes, in the company, which is so cool, so organized.
There's so many different trainings on here too to be able to go through.
Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed to the EXP YouTube, go ahead and do so. They have live and they have training every single time. Awesome. Anybody that use EXP University, if you want to open up your mind and share with us your feedback, you can do that. And especially, I'm really looking for the people that, go to the Fast Cap program. I want some feedback. So, real feedback and how you actually leverage the program to close more leads. So Sydney, if you know anybody in our group that go to that program, get the lead, please bring them on stage. All right, bye, Teddy. Yeah, so I have to get ready for the event with Tuan in a little bit. So Jeff, if you want to take over and kind of
I do. I want to do a little thing. It's not going to take long. Redx is pretty easy, but I want to do a little touch up on Redx. It's a software that I already pay for, and I've been paying for it for probably 10 years. And I'll never cancel it because I have such a phenomenal grandfather rate. So, and I offer my login to members of Team Legacy to capitalize on that data, to call FSBOs, to call expireds, to circle prospect and things like that. And like I said, I personally haven't had to use it. I do a little bit of the geo stuff with my trying to farm where I live, but other than that, I just keep it for the agents to use. So I wanted to share a little bit about Redx software and how you can get logged in and what data you can use, how you can upload your scripts and things like that. And if there's any questions about expireds or for sell owners or pre-foreclosures, just throw them in the chat or just open up your mic and chat and ask me questions. But first off, I want to talk about for anybody that's new. I don't know if there's not a lot of new people on here, but maybe there is. An expired lead is someone that has already tried to sell the property, but have failed to do so. So they're probably one of the most motivated leads that can kind of get in front of, because they've already two things have already happened. They've already been shut down by the market, and the realtor's already not got the job done. So now a lot of them either they even maybe not even consider selling anymore. But most people, if you catch them early enough, they still want to sell. It's just, their property wasn't either marketed right, it was overpriced, or their agent just was non-responsive on inquiries or anything like that. So those are really good clients to get in front of. And there's like an aggressive script that you can use. There's these text and these email templates that we use to go out to them. And then there's these non-aggressive scripts that you can use. But I'll share with Sydney, maybe she can blast out to the group. But one of the newsletters that I got from a guy called Jimmy Macklin on Instagram. He sends out a mail. He does mail outs to expireds, which I didn't really love that idea at first. But his mail out was pretty informational. It was essentially saying that you've probably gotten a lot of calls on your house already, so he's not gonna call you. He just wants to let you know that he's reviewed your listing online, and there's really about 10 things that sell listings, and he noticed that you're missing about 6 of them. And if you're interested in noticing, or if you're interested in learning about the 6 things that I noticed of why your property didn't sell, just let me know. And it's a really easy email to send. It's a very easy text to send. It's a very easy newsletter to send. And it's like, it's not asking them. It's like, hey, if you're interested in why I don't think your property is sold. And I think it's really neat how he said, there's 10 things that sell houses, and I noticed that yours didn't have 6 of them, 6 of those 10. And if you're interested in learning about those 6 and how you can get your property sold, let me know. And it's just like a very unaggressive kind of, but it's unaggressive, but it's a really nice, like it grabs your attention. Like, oh man, I wonder what I was doing. And then there's also on the Geo, same thing. I'll share his Instagram if I could find it, because he's one of those coaches that just puts all of his stuff on Instagram. You don't have to pay for it. He's just trying to get a large following. So I got a lot of his stuff. But another one was for old expireds. And there's some data that you can purchase that are properties that have expired and not went back on the market for like 6 months. And that's a whole different script. And one of his things is, hey, I noticed since you tried to sell your property, 5 houses have sold since you tried to sell them. Here are those addresses that sold. And it's like this data that he pulls. It takes a little bit of time, but it may be beneficial. And you can say that this property sold for this, and this one actually sold for $50,000 more than yours and was a little bit smaller than yours. So if you're ever interested in coming back into the market, please just let me know. And it's like, that's another one. I was like, wow, that's a really cool idea for the old expireds, because the thing with expired leads is how quickly you get to them. If you get to an expired lead and you try to some bullshit script, here we go. Now the YouTube's gonna cut off some.
It's okay.
Sydney, bleep that out. If you just try to use some BS script and you are 3 or 4 days after their property's already expired, they are not interested. There's nothing that you're going to say that's going to get their attention, because 50 realtors have already called them. They're pissed off. So it's almost a waste of your time if you're trying to call these expireds with the same old script, because everyone is called with, this is Jeff, 123 Main Street. I was calling it. They're hanging up. So the quickest way, or the best way to get an expired is speed to lead. So if you are going to call expireds, Renee Sorolla taught me to call expireds from 7 to 9 a.m. And you're going to get a lot of people that are frustrated about the early calls, but there's some people in there that are either driving to work or they're getting ready for work, and they just or something like that. You'll catch a lot of them, because by about 10, 11, 12 o'clock, there's so many agents that have paid for that data that are calling that same person. It's just really tough to get over that initial thing, unless you're doing something, a little bit more aggressive. Is, hey, it's Jeff, I'm in real estate. Are you still taking offers on that property on 123 Main Street? Maybe that would be way different than, hey, it's Joanna, I was calling with eXp Realty. I saw that your property is on the market. They're just like, they're not even like, they don't care what you have to say. They've already heard it 10 times. So if you can just kind of change up your script on expireds, that's the way to do it. And then I want a little bit about for sale by owner. The difference of for sale by owner and expireds are, for sale by owner, you're going to have to work that for sale by owner a lot longer before you get that listing than an expired listing. So just know that going in. Don't feel that you have that you need to get real aggressive with FSBOs, because FSBOs, I'll just be honest, they're a little bit more egotistical than expireds, and they're not as motivated to work with an agent. They do want to sell, but they think they can do it themselves. They want to save that money. Most of those people are in a sales position. So they already think they can sell better than any of these agents. 71% didn't sell one house. They probably know that. So So on it for sell by owner, it's all about just kind of getting your foot in the door and showing them value. And there's a couple ways to do that. Again, if you call with the boring script, I see your property, I see you're trying to sell, blah, 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 whatever. There's all kinds of scripts, but a couple pop out at me right now when I'm talking about for sale by owner is the pocket listing script and a pocket listing, and you can explain to them, I'm just calling around. I have a lot of buyers that I work with all the time. I get probably 2 or 3 buyer leads every single day. I get 50, 60 buyer leads a month. And I've already scoured the MLS, and they're just that property is just not out there for them right now. So I was actually calling for sell by owners to see if I were to bring a buyer to your property, would you be open to paying a commission if they were to present an acceptable offer to you? And they'll say yes. And they're like, well, is it okay if I add you to my pocket listings inventory? That way, when I reach out to these buyers, I can say, hey, I don't have any things on MLS, but here are 3 or 4 for sale by owners that you probably haven't seen because they're not being marketed properly on the market. And you do 2 things there. You let them know that what they're doing is not correct. And then 2, that you have buyers that are wanting to look at their property. So you just ask them if you can have their property on your pocket listings inventory. And a lot of them will say yes. I don't see why they wouldn't. And then it's all about the follow-up with that. And an easy way to follow up on those is, one, obviously, when you get buyer leads and you let them know that you can actually work a little bit better with the buyer leads, because you can let them know that you have also obviously access to MLS. So does every other agent. But what you provide to your buyers is a list of off-market opportunities for them. And they'll be like, oh, well, what are these off-market opportunities? And then you just go and list your for sale by owner conversation that you've been having. And then the easiest way to show value to the FSBO back is to like be inquisitive on the for sale by owner. Say, hey, I was talking to a couple of my buyers the other day, and they're wondering if you had a seller's disclosure. Have you filled that out yet? And a lot of them will be like, what the heck is a seller's disclosure? And then you can use that opportunity to say, well, actually, it's pretty important to have that disclosure in the state of Texas anyway. You got to have that. It's like a 5-page thing. What I'll do for you, I'll go ahead and I'll send you a blank one, and then go ahead and fill that out, because if anybody asks for it, you actually have to present that to them, or there's like they can get out of their contract. There's all kinds of stuff that you don't want to have by not having a seller's disclosure. So, and if you get that seller's disclosure, do you mind emailing it back to me so I can share it with some of these buyers? And then there you go. You have let them know that you're talking to buyers about their property. You've given them value as well. Now they have a seller's disclosure that they can present to anybody. So you're just kind of working that system. And the more times you're following up with that person, and as time goes by, their motivation will change. For sale by owners, they try to do it themselves first. They realize they can't do it. Some of them have really sought after properties and they do sell them. But then there's some that are just sitting on the market 30, 60 days. And then they're like, man, I guess we got to use an agent. How about that Jeff guy who has all these off-market buyers, and he sends us these disclosures and he calls us every other week, and he's just a little bit different. He's not, hey, I see your property's still on the market. You're looking for an agent to list it. Like he's not doing any of that kind of stuff. He's just following up with value. Another way to follow up with value is, even if it's a mile or 2 from their house, let that for sale by owner know that you are going to do an open house this weekend, and it's around, $350,000. And a lot of buyers come through my open houses. I market the heck out of them. I have a bunch of signs. I do a social media ad campaign. I have my agents post them on social. So I get a lot of buyers that come through my open house. I was wondering, if they come to my open house and they're not interested, is there any way that I can let them know about your property? And maybe I can show them your property that same day, or maybe I can set up an appointment to show your property. And a lot of them, again, will say yes. That's a good way to get a couple photos from them, or a good reason to even stop by. You mind if I stop by and just get the quick, they're definitely going to want to see the exterior. If you have any pool backyard, and maybe one of the kitchen, really is all I would need. And I can hopefully, when I'm out here marketing these other properties and selling them, it gives me the opportunity to potentially sell your property. You mind sending me a few of those photos, or I can just come by and get them from you? Again, extreme value you're bringing them. So But it just takes a little bit longer with for sale by owner. So as long as with for sale by owner, as long as when you're following up, you're presenting something of value to them, what you're doing is just planting a seed in their mind. When they are tired of trying to sell by themselves, they're going to reach out to an agent, and that agent's probably going to be you. And then you can pick up that for sale by owner. And it's a good way to, again, solidify some buyers on the other side. Let your buyers know that you always have a list of off-market opportunities for them, and most agents don't. So it kind of works both sides of your business. So, but is there any questions off the top of your guys' head that the difference between an expired and a FSBO, or any routes that you guys are taking that maybe has worked for you, that I haven't said, or I don't know, and if not, that's okay. Just wanted to open up.
Well, what are some of the best source that we can, buy this lead, the expire and the FSBO? Is a source that you can buy?
Yeah, I utilize a system called RedX. And again, if you're with Team Legacy and you're in my group, I'm gonna hopefully you can complete the Fast Start series and just get a little bit educated on the phones and learn how to run a CMA and stuff, and then I can actually give you access to that. I use, let's see here.
So actually, I think that's going to be a really good requirement, right? Go
Yeah.
ahead and complete your fast cap program before you get access to RedX, so that way you don't screw up all this.
Yeah, you don't want to, yeah, you said it exactly. You don't want to screw up a good lead. If you actually get a phone on them and they're actually, okay, finally, I'm tired of trying to do it myself. Thank you so much for calling me. What do I do next? And you're like, oh, I don't know what you do, man. I don't know, just calling. So you gotta be prepared. But I use a system called Vortex, RedX. A couple of different reasons I use it. They have all different types of leads in here. They have the expired leads, the geo leads, and the FSBOs. So, for example, as you can see, these people have already been called, which is fine. There's probably thousands of agents calling these leads, but it's just good to know that there's somebody in Team Legacy that is sitting here calling these leads. So that's great. But let's go to this one here, for example. You could take the slow route and just kind of click on each lead and look about their property a little bit. Looks like it was on the market over 400 days. And so that tells me two things. It's probably overpriced, but it's also out in Anderson, Texas. Maybe there's just not a lot of buyers for that property. But anyway, when you get in here, you have the information. It has the old MLS ID. It has the Zillow link to the property from when it was listed here. So you can just let them know, hey, there's a spot to put over 40 photos on MLS. I saw when you listed your property for over a year, you only had 2. So that's one of the 6 things that I think you're missing. So you can do all kinds of stuff, but it shows you the tax details, when it expired, who had the property listed before, market insights. That hardly ever works, but down here, you can click on this and it'll open up. I don't know if you can see that actually. Anyway, when you, can you guys see the scripts that popped up or no?
I don't think you haven't clicked on it yet. Click on it first.
I did. It just didn't pull up in my screen. It's fine. But anyway, when you click show script, it's going to pull up a little pop-up menu. It's going to be right in here, and it's going to have scripts. And you can use their scripts, or you can upload your own scripts and add your own scripts in there. So if you're kind of new to this and you don't want to go crazy, you just want to try to get even 5 expired contacts a day, which is fine. That stuff adds up. 5 a day is 25 a week. That is 100 a month. So don't even think about how that's not a lot. It's a lot. So you open up the scripts and you just kind of get some information. It's always good sometimes to make sure their property isn't been relisted on the market, because you don't want to call a property that's currently listed with a broker. So usually when you click on this Zillow button, it'll show off market right here, which tells you it's not listed. But anyway, and just give them a call and there's, like I said, a couple different ways on the expireds. You can say, hey, Larry, I was just calling about your property there on FM 39. Are you still taking offers on that one? Well, yeah, I'm taking. You got an offer? Oh, I don't have an offer yet, but traditionally when I list properties, I get at least 10, 15 showings the first week. And that usually gives me a great opportunity to get you an offer. Are you still interviewing real estate agents to list that property and sell, or no? And and two things they can say. They can say, well, yeah, I'm interviewing agents. That's easy. Okay. When's a good time I can show you how I can get your property sold? Does today at 3 work or tomorrow at 3 better? Like you can go right there, or they say, no, I'm not. And then one of the things that I say is, I kind of learned this from actually Mikey. I say, oh no, what happened? And what that does, it brings up all the stuff that bad happened on their previous list. So you can say, I'm actually not, I don't want to sell that property anymore. You go, oh no, what happened, Larry? What happened? I thought you looked like you're trying to get 200,000. What happened? Oh, I had this agent, man, it was on the market over 400 days. Nobody got it sold, blah, blah, blah. And then you can go into your other script, right? Well, I noticed there's about 10 things that actually help sell properties. You were missing 6 of them. One, you only had 2 photos. One, you didn't have any photo descriptions on one thing. You hadn't had any open houses that I saw when I looked at that. I didn't really notice any kind of social media ads that you had on there. So, with my marketing skills, I think I can get that property sold. If you got $190,000 offer like today, would you take it? And they'll, well, yeah, I'd take it. Okay, well, let me go out. Let me see how I can help you. So, again, just have the legitimate. It is going to be somewhat scripted conversation, but you don't want to come off, like I said, too scripted. And that is the expired leads. You can also select these by pushing this button here, and you can select like a 500, 600. I think it selects a couple hundred or 50 a day or something like that. And you can download the information and put them into a dialer. Some people use Mojo. I think that's a really good dialer. It's a triple dialer as well, so it kind of calls 3 people at a time. But these are all, they're alphabetical. That's what it is. I was trying to see why these are all in Anderson, Texas. But anyway, yeah, I always like to. Oh, you can filter. There it is. If you want to filter to where you only work with so many, with so many price points, or if you don't want to call potentially landowners or anything like that, you can do that as well. But so if you go back to the Vortex thing here, whoops. And then you have your for sale by owners. And again, like I was saying, you kind of go back to the script that I was telling you on their for sale by owners. That's just one script. There's all kinds of scripts. You can use the investor script, which is that you have a platform. It's called, there's 2 platforms. One is called Express Offers, and the other one is called ZenList. ZenList takes their property and puts it in the internal MLS for EXP agents. There's almost 90,000 agents with EXP. It's in 23 different countries. It's going to get probably 10 to 20 times more eyes on your property than it is right now. I can guarantee that, because on ZenList, you got about 80,000 agents looking at it, which is great. I can do that for you, and that doesn't cost you anything unless I bring you a buyer. Then I'm obviously going to negotiate some type of commission. And then 2, if you're ever wondering what an investor or institutional buyer would pay for your property, these are no obligation offers, I call them, meaning it doesn't take you anything, doesn't cost you any money to see what people would offer you as far as cash. And the benefits of cash offer with investors is as is. You don't even really need to change the light bulb. It's usually a quick closing. There's a lot of fees that you save. They're usually willing to pay title policy and things like that. So if you're wanting to if I can have your property and throw it in the express offers, I can probably get you some offers to take a look at in a couple of days. And then you kind of know where you're at on that. So you can go that route too. Again, you're offering an extreme amount of value to them. And then just follow up with them. I think a good follow-up on a FSBO is the seller's disclosure. Some people don't have it. I think you may have to check. I think you can give them a blank copy of it, especially if you just download it from the Texas Real Estate Commission and just send it over to them. And then one other thing that I'll touch on before we hit the 11 o'clock is the geo leads. Geo leads are properties that they are not per se listed on the market or anything like that. It's just information from homeowners. So let's say that Where did that zip code go? Where am I at here? Okay, sorry. Let's say that you want to kind of market your subdivision here. You can say, I want to look at the nearest 200 homeowners from my house. And it's going to pull up all these 200 different blue dots. And it's going to download that information. It's going to give you the address. So in blue, not in green. These are the homeowners, but these are the blue ones. So you can say, I live in your neighborhood. I live there right on Cedar Break. Whatever. So, and this is a good way to kind of circle prospect, meaning if you have a buyer that only wants to live in a subdivision, you can do this. You can just reach out to those sellers and those homeowners. Or if you just listed a property in the neighborhood, you can say, I just listed a property on Cedar Break. It sold for 1.2 million bucks. I had 5 buyers that missed out on it. They only want to live in that area. Have you ever thought about selling your property? But anyway, this is a good way to do it. And then once you download the nearest 200 people from this address, you can press create leads, and then you can make them their own folder. And then once you create that folder, when you go back into here, you'll see these save filters. It's going to be in here. Sorry, it's going to be in here in my folder. So I've done a bunch. Obviously, you can see. So the one that I've done that I work on is 77055. So these are basically my neighbors. And Sydney, when we're uploading this to YouTube or this is the stuff we have to blur out.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to take it off. So just
We'll
put
make sure I
there.
blur it out.
And this is easy. These are easy calls. I think one of the calls that we're doing before we jump off here is the vendor list. So I live hey, Catherine, this is Jeff Weitzman. I'm actually your neighbor on Cardwell Lane. Oh, hey,
does
that's the script there. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Does that give you the neighbors' phone numbers right here within the software, or is that?
Yeah. When you press get leads, it'll download the information, and then once you pull up the leads on the left, you'll see Catherine. She lives on Modest Street, and that's her landline and her mobile number on the left. And if it has the emails, it pulls emails as well.
Is this like skip traced verified number? That's cool. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, they're usually pretty good information. That's why I use Vortex. I get like 5,000 credits a month. I'll tell you, nobody uses them. Usually I have a couple thousand credits left over. They don't roll over. So Sean, take full advantage, download 1,000 of them and get after. You don't want to do too big of a sample size. You just don't, because when you're sending out texts or emails or mailers or anything, you don't want to go bankrupt sending 1,000 mailers.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney did that to me the other day. But anyway, we sent like 1,500 mailers. But a good easy way to have these conversations is, hey, Catherine, I'm Jeff. I'm your neighbor. I live on Cardwell Lane. And they go, oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a real estate agent, and I'm making a vendors list for the neighborhood. I'm going to send it out. I'm going to send you a copy as well. Do you, off the top of your head, do you have like a favorite plumber or a favorite painter or just a handyman or maybe an AC person? And if you can't think of the top of your head now, I'll just send you a text if that's okay. And I'll ask you for your favorite person that's kind of local. We're trying to support the community. And then once I have created this vendor list for Spring Valley, I'm going to email you a copy of it if you help me out. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I love my plumber, Ed. Here's his number. Thank you. And then a good way you call Ed, make sure he wants to be on the list, stuff like that. And then obviously, when you have all these vendors for Spring Valley, you get that packet, you either drop it off to the people that you've spoken to, or you just email them the vendor list. And that's a good way to kind of get your foot in the door with these sellers. So, but anyway, we went over the mark there, but yeah, that's a good way to, hopefully taught you a little bit about FSBOs, expires, and then the way I would use the geo list.
Man, this is amazing, Jeff. What a jam-packed Tuesday morning. Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to be fast. I got an 11 o'clock. I have an 11 o'clock I need to jump on, but
thank you.
Hopefully that helped you guys. If you guys are interested in the login information to RedX, reach out to Sydney LaPlante, and she'll get that information over to you.
Yeah, Sydney, make sure they complete the fast cap training before you give them the login.
I think that's great, especially if they're new. they say, knock out the FastCap training real quick, or go through the value proposition modules and just send me your completed certificate, and I'll email you the login. Because like you said, you don't want to mess up a good lead.
Well, thank you guys. What a Tuesday. So I look forward to see you on the next Tuesday. You know, I just love this Tuesday. It gives us a chance to see each other, interact with each other, collaborate as a team, and, you know, let's just keep this going. This is really good. Thank you, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.